Hi, and welcome to Morning Coffee. Do you remember the story of Cinderella? No, not the Disney version that comes, I think, to most of our minds. But have you ever read the original version in the Grimm's Brothers fairy tales? It's a brutal story. And the stepsisters try to cut their feet, like cut their heels off and their toes so their feet can slip down into the glass slipper. And when you read that story, your first impression is, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is a children's story. And I'm still not sure I want to read those stories to my grandchildren. But there's something there, I think. The recognition that for the Grimm's brothers, at least, and for many of the fairy tales that were told for decades upon decades, centuries upon centuries, people were much more honest with children about the pain of the world. We see that in the church today. One of the things we don't do a very good job of, I think, is helping people transition from the faith they had as children to a more adult, mature faith in Jesus Christ. We love using pom-poms and pipe cleaners and chalk and beads to express that God loves you. You're wonderful. You're valued. All those things that are true. But we overlook some of the more difficult parts of the faith quite often when we teach our children or even our students in youth ministry. Our congregation is going to be exploring that discrepancy, the difference between children's tales and adult truths, those stories in the Bible that we tell our children, but we leave off significant parts. This upcoming sermon series is going to explore things like Daniel and the lion's den, the Noah's Ark story, Moses in the basket, stories that are wonderful when we tell our children, but we leave out strategic parts that really have a biting message for us as adult disciples of Jesus Christ. I want to encourage you to honor and hold on to the faith you had as a child, if you had faith then, but to not let that hold you back from exploring the more difficult, the more honest, the more engaging and challenging parts of our faith. It's fine to be childlike, but we don't want to be childish and ignore the realities of the world when it comes to what it means to follow Jesus. So I would encourage you to dive into your faith. Study those parts of the Bible that you may want to overlook. And you're welcome to join us for this sermon series. Hope you have a great day.